Alright guys, you can see here on my phone it's 7:14 in the morning. It's 13 degrees and it feels like 6 degrees. I'm gonna do a cold weather start with this 3rd gen Tundra. This engine has 5W30 engine oil in it. You can see there's a little bit of ice on the headlight. It's pretty cold out. It's about the coldest it's been since I started running 5W30 in this engine. I'll start it up real quick. Sounds all right. Let you hear it from under here. I don't know if you've seen any of those videos where you can hear the engine, you can hear that bearing starting to go out. This one sounds fine. Well, this truck was just included in that expanded engine recall. So I wanted to talk a little bit about it. There's a channel called I Do Cars on YouTube. I watched him tear this motor apart last night. That front main bearing and that second main bearing, they were trashed. This one here was built in September of 23. You can see it right there in the right half upper corner. Built in September of 23, sold as a 24. Now it's included in the engine recall. Well, I watched that guy tear apart this motor last night. That's a complicated motor right there. A lot of things that could go wrong with it. It's kind of giving me second thoughts on whether I should keep it or not, actually. They are going to put a whole new motor and turbos in it at some point. I don't know when. I haven't been sent the notice in the mail yet. But another thing about this motor is they tell you to change the spark plugs every 40,000 miles. And one of the things I noticed on that video last night is this truck does have the same iridium plugs in it as the V8. The V8 over there. It took me probably about an hour to change the plugs in that truck. Changing the plugs in this truck, I watched a guy do it on, the Car Care Nut channel. Talks about Toyotas a lot. I watched him do a spark plug change on this engine. It's like a major surgery. And you're supposed to do it every 40,000 miles. So that's one of the things I don't like about it. Another thing I don't like about it is this sensor right here. When every time it's snowing and you're out driving around, that sensor gets dirty. And it kicks on the pre-collision warning system. Not working light on your dash. It also turns that on when you use crawl control or your multi-terrain select. It does have plenty of power, but it's getting kind of iffy with that engine recall stuff. I really don't know if I should be trusting this truck. This is like my recreational truck that I take fishing and four-wheeling and stuff. Well, anyway, when I first heard about the engine recall, this truck had 8,000 miles on it. So what I did was I drained out the oil through a paint strainer, pretty fine, if you know what those are. There was no particles of nothing in it. And then another thing, when I first bought this truck, it came with the first 3 free oil changes. And the dealer was probably running 020, I would imagine. I don't know what kind of oil they put in it, but I used those up in the first 10,000 miles. And then I drained it at 8,000 miles through the paint strainer to see if there was any particles or anything in it. And then after that, somewhere around 15,000 miles, I switched to 5W30 Mobil 1 full synthetic. And this is the coldest it's been since I've done that. So I wanted to start it up while it was cold out, and whether that has anything to do with that bearing, I don't know. If maybe the oil's too thin, I don't know. But it's kind of making me uneasy now that this one's been included in the engine recall. I like the truck. It's got plenty of power, but just thinking about that engine bearing, when you're out in the mountains and, you're away from people, you could end up on a back road somewhere and something goes wrong with that. The one he tore apart had, I think he said it had 38,000 miles on that one. This one's got 22,000 miles on it. So just because it's still running right now, that doesn't mean that it's not gonna go out at some point. They did change those engine bearing part numbers. I'm not sure exactly when they did that, but I seen the car care nut. He mentioned that in one of his videos a while back. I'm actually kind of thinking about getting rid of it. I don't know if I should or if I should keep it. I mean, the maintenance on this engine, and when you that channel last night, it's called I Do Cars. Watch him tear apart that motor. It's a very complicated design. The V8, I'm familiar with keeping up the maintenance on this truck because this is my work truck. It's got 125,000 on it. I've done some things to it I talked about in some other videos. But this engine here, I'm not getting any younger. Do I want to try to keep up the maintenance on this? And then another thing The reason, another reason I changed to the 5W30 oil is, you know, those turbos get hot and they break down your viscosity of your oil quite a bit. You know, you're supposed to actually let them cool down before you shut the truck off. Let them warm up before you go taking off. Warm them up slow and try to cool them down, because that oil's pumping through your turbo while the engine's running. When you shut the engine off, the oil's just sitting in there getting hot from the heat from the turbo. So that's another reason why I switched in. I've been doing trying to keep my oil changes at around 4,000 miles on this truck also. It runs good. The only real complaint I got is, like, you know, that pre-collision warning system warning light comes on all the time when you're four-wheeling or when that sensor gets cold. That's my major. I mean, it's not really a big deal, but it just bugs me because that truck costs so much money, you know, and that warning light comes on like that. It's nothing mechanical wrong with it that I know of so far, but well, that's it. Thanks for watching.